Knightsfield School is a school in Hertfordshire for deaf pupils. It is an auditory oral school, which means that we do not use signing here. Pupils and teachers speak. Teachers use a radio mic, which kind of transmits to a radio aid, which attaches to the bottom of the listening devices that the pupils have, and therefore essentially they should be able to access most of the sounds that are being made by the teachers.
Hello, I'm Helen Cromack, teacher of the deaf and audiology teacher at Knightsfield School. Children and young people with hearing impairments wear all kinds of different hearing instruments. They can wear hearing aids or cochlear implants or bone-anchored hearing aids, also known as Bahas.
I find it extremely hard with hearing aids as my hearing was deteriorating, because the more my hearing deteriorated, the less sound of speech I could hear. I kept getting really unhappy. I was always negative with my learning, but then I came for a big change with cochlear implants.
I think I faced, like I said, feeling different because everyone thinks you're like, you can't hear anything at all, or they're like, they try and treat you like a normal person, but then sometimes you don't hear them and you have to go, oh sorry, what, and then it kind of makes you feel a bit awkward.
The young person is always listening to incomplete or distorted speech, even when their hearing aids are on. The degree of severity of the person's hearing impairment plays a huge part in how much speech they actually miss. A person with a mild hearing loss is likely to miss less speech than a person with a severe or profound hearing loss. Most adults speak at 90 to 120 words a minute, so a person with a profound hearing loss can actually miss up to 40% of what is said, unless the speech is broken into smaller chunks which are more manageable and easier to listen to.
I miss out on people having a conversation just in the playground in general with your mates, or just in general. Asking for repetition is hard because sometimes teachers and students might get angry and just don't worry about it, and that could be aggravating and irritating for a deaf student.
Hello, I'm Keith Poole. I'm the Senko and Humanities teacher of Knightsfield. I've been in this role as Senko for about 2 years now, and before that I was Humanities teacher here for about 10 years. My experience of students here is, in most cases, they have a language delay associated with their hearing loss.
Children who have a sensory neural hearing loss, which is a permanent hearing loss, have usually had damage into the cochlea. The cochlea has thousands, tens of thousands of tiny hair cells which are often damaged, and this can prevent the sound from correctly reaching this part of the ear and then up into the brain.
Certainly instructions and other information has to be broken down into kind of smaller chunks, which often involves kind of a lot of repetition, a lot of visual kind of input as well, and certainly a slower teaching rate to a mainstream school.
I can't hear teachers as well, and especially if it's in mainstream, you feel a bit stupid putting your hand up and saying, oh sir, can you please repeat that, because you don't always want to be that person in class asking what they said.
Okay, how much have we got all together here?
£3.
£3.
In a mainstream school, often you would get through quite a lot of information and a lot of learning. Usually it takes a lot longer in this school because of the need for repetition, because of the need for other ways of teaching as well, the information.
Cochlear implants are so much better because I can hear a lot more things. Before I used to lip read constantly because I couldn't hear very well, but now I can start with lip reading. I can hear teacher a lot more and I can hear what's going on rather than keep asking teacher to repeat it all the time.
However, I came here and this has helped me so much because I can actually hear things and it's quieter and smaller, and it just, yeah.
When I came here, it was a lot better because I knew a lot more people that also had felt the same as me, and then I felt like I wasn't different, and I felt like I could be myself all the time.